Hello and welcome back to my channel, themountainviewcottage.net, where I share farmhouse-inspired DIY decor and organization videos. Today we are going to be finishing this piece of furniture with a top coat. A top coat is super important, I think, especially if you're painting with chalk paint and milk paint, because it doesn't have a built-in finish. You need something to really seal and complete your piece before it's ready to go put in your bedroom, in your house, anywhere. You really want to finish it with a top coat. As I mentioned in previous videos, I painted this dresser in Mrs. Mustard Seed's milk paint in the color Farmhouse White. And I'm choosing not to use her line of top coats, not because they're not awesome, but because I had a very specific need for this dresser. I am going to be putting this dresser in my little girl's room. She is 2 years old, and I know that it's gonna get a lot of wear and tear over the years. So I wanted something that was really durable and was going to withstand the test of time and toddlers. So for those reasons, I chose a polyurethane top coat. Now, I will be using several different top coats throughout this series, so make sure that you watch some of the upcoming videos if you're not sure which top coats you want to be using. To get the durability that I'm after, I'm going to be using a polyurethane top coat by Varathane. This is a matte finish. If you are painting a piece of furniture in chalk paint or milk paint and you want it to really have that more matte, rustic texture when you're done, a polyurethane can kind of ruin that. This particular top coat, which I will link in the description of this video and in my blog post, is going to give you the most beautiful finish that's durable while also still preserving the integrity of the milk paint and the chalk paint that you painted on. I really love to pair this with milk paint. It is durable, it is very forgiving. If you've never used a poly top coat on a piece of furniture, it can be kind of tricky. It can be thick, you can have a lot of brush strokes if you don't apply it right, so it's really important to apply it really well, but this one is much more forgiving if you don't apply it absolutely perfectly. So if you've never used a top coat before, I would suggest starting with this one. So I'm going to show you how I apply it, all the tips and tricks for applying it to this dresser. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. So I'm just going to go ahead and dip my roller in here and then very quickly roll it on so that it remains nice and smooth. This will also keep some of those areas that are still chipping from chipping any further, and it'll keep it looking like it does right now. I had a dresser with my boys that I painted in milk paint, and I used just the furniture wax for it, and it continued to chip over the years, and it really kind of over chipped more than I would have liked. So this is a really great way to eliminate that from happening if you have a piece that's going to get a lot of wear and tear and you don't want it to continue to chip a lot more. So just really even strokes, making sure that there aren't any lines from my roller getting left behind. So you just want to really work it well. Make sure I get all the fronts really quick so that if any of the polyurethane has dripped, I can fix it real quick before it dries. That is one layer. I'm going to let that first layer dry, and then we'll do a couple layers after that, depending on how it feels and looks. Moving on to the sides. Same exact as the top, except for we're now working up and down instead of on top of a surface. So I'm just going to make sure I don't have a ton of product on before I get going. I also am making sure that I am painting with the grain and not against the grain. You're going to have a much more even finish if you do paint along with it instead of trying to go against it. Whoa. You can see it's kind of dripping here. That is where my foam paintbrush comes into play. I'm just going to use that to kind of smooth out those areas that are more detailed. I need a little extra help. Since my last frame, I took the drawers out of the dresser and I also took off all of the hardware. This will make it so much easier when you go to put your top coat on. I kept them on when I painted because I wanted them to look a certain way, but now that I'm putting the top coat on, I've taken them off. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big goopy mess, especially if you have really delicate or intricate handles like the ones that are on this dresser. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll and paint these with the top coat and get them ready to be finished. To finish this dresser, I ended up doing a total of 3 coats on the top, and then I did 2 coats on all the drawers, the sides, and the frame. This polyurethane top coat is hands down my most favorite top coat that I've ever used. I've tried out so many different ones, and after using this one, it's the one that I gravitate towards the most. It has a beautiful finish, and like I said before, it is a very matte and true matte finish. It says that it's a unique soft touch on the can, and there's really no other way to describe it than that it's a unique finish. It's so beautiful, and I would recommend it for any furniture project. Even if you aren't looking for something super durable like this poly top coat, it's going to give you a really beautiful finish, and it's going to help really elevate your furniture projects and really make them look polished and beautiful, and it's gonna take them to the next level. So if you're looking for beautiful furniture, this would be my go-to recommended top coat. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back next week to share a brand new piece of furniture that we're making over, and this one is gonna be really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching.